Howdy, curious people. An engineer here, going over the prototyping process. What you can see is a 3D printer using ABS plastic, and it's going to be printing out the yellow lion's tail as an example. And the first slide was what we did the program to set it up, and then this is the actual 3D printer running. And the way these run, it's kind of like if you ever used a hot glue gun, but it drops it down in kind of like molten layers. Just instead of glue, it's going to be the plastic that you choose. And there's lots of different types of plastics that are available. ABS is a nice, well-rounded material that has some strength and decent finish. This machine also uses like a PLA. It's a little more, it looks nicer material kind of thing, but not as strong. I want these prototypes to be more functional, so that's why we're going with the stronger material. And you can see this thing, this process seems to take a long time. And usually what we do is you set it up and then you let it run. This is a picture of the finished part. And you take it off the bed, and now we're going to do like a fit test. We're going to see how well this design works with the other piece, the back end of the yellow lion. And you can see how you can get it in there. It dropped in through the slot. It's got the tabs that kind of hold it from going out the back. And you can see if we can push it back and forth. So you get the whole transformation process. In this case, just sliding. But a good way to test it. Now we started out in the a 3D CAD, and then we take those CAD models and we can print them. You send them directly to the printer software, and this kind of goes through like a look of the head and how it builds it layer by layer by layer by layer. And essentially it's like drawing each line over and over and over until it builds it all the way up. And this is just kind of like the cut process, showing like a section cut as it builds it. And that's exactly how it'll build it on the machine too. It'll start at the very bottom, however you orientate it, and it'll build up. And here's a bunch of the parts for that yellow lion that we're going to take a look at in the next part of this series. But there, see how they're laid out. You try to get the most, kind of nest them is the term they call it. You nest them on the print bed so you get the most use of the area available. And then once everything's set up, you kind of test it and make sure it looks like it's all going to work. And then you hit go and come back, hours later. A lot of times with a project this big, I'll let it run overnight and come back and take care of it after that. And a lot of these things, like they build what they call support material, because you can't just have howl areas hanging up, or if you orientate it correctly, you can have the howl areas up so that you don't have to worry about trying to dig out support material and post-process cleanup. And here's